Images are important no matter what kind of content you create. Now, whether you're a blogger or YouTuber, it really doesn't matter. You still need some kind of visual aesthetic to attract an audience. Now, you can go the route of using something like Photoshop, but it winds up costing you $10 a month, and if you don't have that money coming in, you can't really justify it. Now, personally, I'm a big fan of Photoshop, but I've been using it since 1998. Actually, a little bit before that. I'm getting old. But if you want a really stellar program that you can use for free, I'd suggest checking out Canva. I'm Michael with WriterSanctuary, and today we want to check out if the free version of Canva is worth your time. Now before we get started, you can hit the like button and help the channel out, and for more videos about blogging, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always hit me up on social media on Twitter and Facebook, or use the contact form on WriterSanctuary.com's website. Now, Canva is a web-based application that you can use to create a menagerie of different kinds of graphics. And you can also use the mobile app and the desktop app, and I'll get into those in a minute. But from the web-based perspective, you can create just about anything you need for free. Of course, if you pay for their premium service, then you wind up getting far more. But when it comes to free stuff, I think Canva offers one of the biggest selections you can possibly imagine. I mean, it's insane with how much stuff you get with Canva. Okay, so I did create an account with Canva. It's totally free, and you really don't need it. There's a lot of things you can do on Canva that you don't even need a login for. All you do is just create and download. But when you set up your account, you can directly send stuff from the integrations that's possible, and I'll go into those in a minute too. Now, the first thing I want to point out is the vast array of templates and themes you can get in Canva. And from the get-go, you can see that we can create resumes, Instagram posts, we can set up logos, presentations. If you scroll down, we can go through even more. We got Facebook posts, posters, flyers that you can create, presentations, Instagram stories, Facebook covers, animated social media, infographics, cards. I mean, the list just keeps going on and on. In fact, until I started making this video, I didn't even know there was YouTube channel art available. And yes, there are a few things in the YouTube templates that I want to take advantage of. So if you want to search for any kind of theme or template, you just type it in the search box here. Let's say that we want to look up anything that's YouTube related. So from the list, you can see channel art, display ads, icons, thumbnails, video ads, outros, thumbnails, intros, tutorial video YouTube thumbnails, music channel art, and they're all properly sized perfectly for using on YouTube. Perhaps you want to do something for your blog. So we have blog banners, blog graphics. Of course, when it comes to blogging, you want to make sure you get the exact dimensions for your theme if you're using WordPress, because then it'll work it a lot better. My point is that there's a lot of things you can do in Canva, and not everything in it is free. However, there are quite a few free aspects to it that you can take advantage of using the platform. Next thing I want to point out is the incredibly easy editing system that is Canva. So let's say that we want to make a YouTube channel art. Why not? Then we can pick from any kind of theme or templates that we want to use. Now, these are all templates that you can use in Canva, and we're going to make some adjustments. So whatever we decide to pick isn't necessarily what we're going to download. And as you can see, some of them are free. They don't have a $sign. And the ones that cost money, the premium ones, do. So they're pretty easy to identify. But as you scroll down, you can see there's quite a few that we can start off with that won't cost us a single dime. So let's say I want to make the party. Why not? That's a cool layout. And in this screen, we can change all kinds of different elements. We can remove the dates, change the fonts. We can edit the text. We can get into it. There we go. Yay, party. We can change the background. Let's say we want to try different backgrounds. We can go over here to like these backgrounds here. We'll find ourselves a free one. Normally, like for Colorado Plays across Colorado, I'd probably use a background of Denver, Colorado, because that's where I'm at. But for WriterSanctuary, I still have to come up with something cool. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and slap on a free one. Okay. And now we have a free one with the text over it. And then obviously I'd want to change the color of it. So I'd just highlight something and say, I want to change it to like a dark gray. There we go. And it's just that easy. We can click into this element, say we want to change the text to a different color. We'll say purple. I like purple. And you can add, we can create italicize, we can center it, which should be already centered. Make it a bullet point. We can add different effects. So like if we want to do a drop shadow, just add that. We can set We want it to go, let's offset it just a bit, right about there. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I can see it. So the transparency, we can drop it to make it darker or lighter. We can also add different elements. If we go into here, we have stickers that we can add. I was recently messing around with it for the gaming channel, so let's say that I wanted to add, I don't know, what about some shapes? Oh wait, we can do stickers. So we'll grab a sticker, so just slap it on there, and then we can resize that bad boy any way we want. It's animated, it's kind of cool. We put it down here, we can rotate it. Let's see if we can rotate right there. Whoop. Then we just hit done. We can add music, we can throw in some video. Like say if we wanted to do this one here, we can add in, I wonder if we can make that smaller. I'll set it over here, maybe in the corner. So you can do quite a bit with Canva. And as I said earlier, you don't need to sign up an account with Canva to use a lot of the stuff that's there. For the most part, you can go in, if you just need a simple graphic, whip it out, and then you can download it directly. Let's say that I wanted to save this party image. I would go down to download here, and then it's telling me that I should use a GIF because I have an animated GIF. But we can change it to JPEGs, PDFs. If we paid for the account, we can download the vector graphic for it, MP4 videos. I'm going to keep it as a GIF and then hit download. Then it'll prepare for the design. And then once it's ready, it'll open up the screen to download and save it to my computer. Now, I do have an account, so it is running on me, but if I was to log out and do it straight for free, then I really don't need to do much to it. Now, signing up with an account just helps you connect your social media, so I can post directly to something like Twitter. And once this is done, it'll pop up with this little message here. You can grab that referral link and paste it pretty much anywhere. But my download window opened and I could stick it anywhere I want on my computer. But what if I wanted to share it? I can hit these buttons here, and since I am signed in, I can send it directly to my Twitter, Facebook page. I can send it to a group, Google Drive, Dropbox, and there's a lot of things you can do with Canva for free. Another aspect that I like about Canva is that it has properly sized images for all the different social platforms. So like you can get the correct sizes for your YouTube channel art, your thumbnails, uploads to Twitter. You can make sure that you have the right sizes for Instagram. This is to make sure that all your images fit properly on those platforms. And Canva is pretty good about keeping up with current trends. For instance, let's say that I wanted to create a Twitter image. I would go to Twitter. And we're going to do a Twitter, let's say a Twitter post. See, it says 1600 by 900 pixels is the optimum size for Twitter. And if we just click into it, then we can pick from any one of our templates that it signs up with. We don't have to use any of these, but they're great because they give you an idea of what you can make and different ways you can adjust it. So we can grab something like Happy New Year and then turn it into our own little meme. And actually, I'm just going to keep it like this just so I can go up here and then hit Twitter. And I can connect Twitter to my account and push it out automatically. My point is that Canva has optimally sized images for all the different social platforms you might want to use. And as I showed earlier, Canva lets you download images in the most popular formats. So like PNG, JPEG, PDFs, GIF, MP4, all of these you can use pretty much anywhere on any blog, especially if you use WordPress. Another element that I like about the free version is that you can integrate all kinds of things. So if I wanted to save stuff in my Google Drive or Dropbox, I can do that directly from Canva. I can share stuff to my Facebook page, to Twitter. You can also share stuff directly to LinkedIn, Pinterest. If you have MailChimp set up on your blog to run like newsletters or your email list, you can also send stuff directly from Canva to it. It's probably one of the most robust free platforms for graphic design that I've ever seen. At least for those that don't know what they're doing. One thing I love about Canva is that you don't need to be an expert in graphic design to come up with something that's amazing. With all of the templates and themes they have available and all the different add-ons you can throw in there, you can create all kinds of things, whatever your imagination desires. Canva also does have a mobile and desktop apps like I mentioned before, and I don't really use it that much on the mobile because I'm not a big fan of phones, but I do have the download of desktop version and it works just like it does on the web. And since I spend so much time on the internet, not like I use the desktop version of it all that often, but if I wanted to, I have it. Now, the only thing I don't like about Canva is that it doesn't handle PSD files. Now, PSD files are those that you find in Photoshop. And since I spend a great deal of my day in Photoshop, it would have been nice to use some of the PSD themes that I have or templates in Canva to make it a lot smoother. Now, if you wanted to upgrade Canva, it does have a premium service. It's about $12.95 a month if you want to pay month to month, or it comes out to be $119.40 if you pay for the entire year. This is a little bit less than Photoshop because Photoshop's $9.99 a month, and they think they have a yearly thing too, but it's not really clear. Like right now, I pay $9.99 a month. Comes up to $119.88, which is slightly higher than Canva. But the biggest difference is with Photoshop, you only get 2 installs, one on your desktop, one on your laptop. Now with Canva, you can have up to 5 different accounts linked up to one. So you can have twice as many people working on projects. Would I recommend the image editor? Absolutely. In fact, I've been using Canva off and on for years. But for someone who doesn't know what they're doing and you just want to get something quick out there, then Canva is definitely an option. Especially since you really don't need an account. You can go to Canva right now. Don't even worry about logging into an account and just create an image and save it. And this is coming from someone who spends half their day in Photoshop. I'll still use Photoshop because I have a lot of different things I still do with it. But when it comes to like the YouTube channel, I'll probably spend more time in Canva. So what's your favorite image editing app? Like I said, mine's Photoshop, but I still like Canva. Plus, a lot of the stuff that I do for my client is in PSD format, so I really don't have a choice but to use Photoshop. And they pay me a lot, so. But for some of the other stuff, it's a lot easier to use Canva. Like I used Canva recently to mess around with the Twitch banner, and I'm definitely going to be messing around with it to do more YouTube stuff, so there's that. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos about blogging, freelance writing, WordPress, or textbook, or anything else I cover, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I think that's going to do it for me today. I'll see you on Friday.